It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely. Not for very much longer. I've got to keep control. It's just a jump to the left. And now a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips. You bring your knees in time. But it's the pelvic thrust. It really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
Well, I was walking down the street just to have on a thing when a snake of a guy gave me an evil wing. He shook me up, he took it by surprise. He had a pickup truck and those devil's eyes. He stared at me and I felt the change. Time meant nothing, never would again.
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
It's just a jump to the left.
And now a step to the right.
You put your hands on your hips.
You bring your knees in time. But it's the pelvic thrust. It really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left. And now a step to the right.
You put your hands on your hips.
You bring your knees in time. But it's the pelvic thrust. It really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
Hello! Hello, everyone!
We're here
it's
for the
good
cult
to be
stuff.
back.
Horpy Hurlawoon, and Merry Honkmas.
Merry Honkmas to you too, Harmons. Thank you so much. Thank you for the resub, that's greatly appreciated. It is Spooko time, you're right, Ember. It's not Christmas, not even remotely. Crumblemas is not happening. Should have cut to live to you finishing the time warp. I mean, I've kind of just been sat here, to be honest with you. But yes, thank you for the resub, Armin. 20 months, wow. It's kind of amazing to think about, considering considering how long I've been doing all this for. Yeah, kind of fantastic. So, hi everybody. How are you all doing? I hope you're all well. I hope you're all having spookiest of times. Yeah, life's been a bit crazy for me lately, not gonna lie, but we're back, and hopefully, fingers crossed, back for good this time. I am going to be making some adjustments to the streams as things go by. I might be axing the Wednesday streams, so I'm probably just going to be doing Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from now on, but we'll see. Each stream is going to be effectively a stream of two halves. It's going to be half painting stream, half gaming stream. That's kind of how I'm going to do things from now on. 4K points, be afraid, be very afraid. Save those for later when we come to play Morturary Assistant. 7.5k. Oh yes, ready for all of the spooky things. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Couple of quick announcements to make actually. biggest bitch was planning to. I know you were. I bet you're happy. I bet you're happy that you're going to get to do that. Yeah, so, couple things to quickly announce. First and biggest, of course, being is we've got the 12, I almost said 24-hour. It's not 24-hour. I've made my mistake doing that once before, and I'm not doing that again. 12-hour charity stream next Saturday. So that would be the 28th of October from 12 p.m. BST to, 12 p.m. GMT, because the clocks go back tonight. So, yay, extra hour of sleep. Also, potentially extra hour of streaming. We'll just see how that goes. To 12 a.m. GMT. It's going to be fantastic. We have some amazing guests lined up for it. I'll be announcing a bit more probably in the next couple of days on my Instagram. So keep your eyes peeled and your ears open for that. Preferably not necessarily in that order. Other big announcement is that due to the update in Twitch's terms of service, which they literally dropped on Twitter today, we're actually simulcasting this across Twitch and YouTube at the moment. So, big shout out to everybody on both platforms. If you want to catch me on either, like, yeah, there is the Twitch channel right here. But also, if you see that link up above, Eldritch Sophie Paints Minis, that's the one to go to. Eldritch Sophie Plays Games at the moment is kind of in a weird state of limbo where I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with that channel yet. Like, there is still video content up there, just no one seems to care. So, whether or not it might get folded into the other channel, I don't know, or it might just get axed completely. We'll see what happens. It's something I'm having to have a bit of a think about. Same with sort of like prioritizing my time with stuff. Hence, cutting down to 3 streams a week instead of 4. I kind of don't want to push myself too far, if that makes sense. If you want to do Clock Tower stream, let me know. Ooh. I might have a word with you about that. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. But yeah, so tonight we're going to be painting up some Spaec Muhreens. Mostly going to be finishing off Vulkan here. In particular, I'm going to be redoing that spear because I'm not super happy with it. So that's kind of the main thing. But then afterwards, we'll also be checking the Halloween update for Mortuary Assistant, which I know they've added a new body for you to interact with in that, and from what it looks like, it's basically Count Orlok from Nosferatu, so, you know, I'm down for that. Also a certain event. Yes. If you gather the people, I'll run the thing. Okay. I'll have a think about that. No promises, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, it's a Max Shrek looking mofo. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Plus, it'll be the first time I'm playing Morturary Assistant on this computer, which means... So, people might have seen my Morturary Assistant streams before, might have realised that there's been like significant lag in it because the frame rate was all over the place. Now I'm actually working with some pretty, like, meaty, not quite like top of the range, but pretty serviceable hardware. I feel like I've been playing that game with a bit of an unfair advantage for the most part up until recently. So it'll be interesting to see like what happens when the jump scares actually happen in real time and not with like a couple of second delay. Oh yes, of course, in November. So other announcements, for those who don't know, myself and Ember Does a Thing, we run a 3D print store on Etsy. Links down below, !3D in chat if you're on Twitch. Otherwise, I will find ways to put links in the Twitch channel, so that in the YouTube stream, so that's something, I guess. Still figuring that out. Like, literally, this will be my first time live streaming on YouTube, so hooray! But yes, if you follow that link down below, that is the links to our 3D print store. We are actually going to be attending an in-person event, quite local to us. So if you're in the Middlesbrough Stockton area of Teesside in the northeast of England, come the end of November, there is an event called Battlegrounds, which is quite a local and quite a big miniature wargaming convention. They're celebrating their 10-year anniversary this year, which is kind of fantastic. And we have a table there. So, yeah, if you want to come and get yourself some 3D printed scenery bits, painting accessories, including potentially, if we can get the files, if we can get our new filament 3D printer sorted out properly, these little Citadel pot holders to, you know, stop them from quite so easily just tipping over on the desk, then by all means, come, take a look, buy some stuff, support local small businesses, support your local small streamers, that sort of thing. I'm gonna come and eat cake, yes, and a friend of ours who runs a cake store will also be there. Honestly, it's worth coming just for that alone because they're fantastic, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, lots of exciting things happening. Hell, lots of things happening just in general. But I've rambled on for long enough now. Let's get on with some actual painting. Of course, there's nothing stopping me from doing both rambling and painting. Like, it's not a mutually exclusive activity. Right. I tell you what, as nice as it is being able to stream with like quite a good quality camera by using my phone to do this, I do miss having manual focus because, yeah, autofocus is a little bit annoying. I'll eat cake and then leave without stopping by your stall. Gee, thanks for the show of support there, Armand. Eesh, wow, okay, I don't know why you bother sometimes. I am, of course, joking. So long as you are. just wanna be clear about that. Right. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll get some gory red. So what I'm kind of wanting to do with the blade here is a bit of a nice sort of molten effect. But for that, I am kind of going to need to repaint it from scratch, which, yeah, it's a shame, but at the same time, these are the things we do. To be honest with you, this should take me the vast majority of the evening, just simply, just by sheer virtue of the fact that it's quite a... It's going to involve a lot of thin layers of glazing. I bother because you held me hostage for years, all Stockholm, all the time. I mean, Stockholm Syndrome has been debunked, just putting that out there. It's not actually a thing. I'm glad to know that you're joking. Be a bit awkward if you weren't. There we are, that's a little bit better. Stockholm's not a thing, crosses off my list of places to visit now. The city's a thing, just the syndrome is complicated. The syndrome is entirely fictional. Like, there's almost no evidence to back it up as an actual thing. And if I remember rightly, reading into it, it was mostly designed as a way to sort of explain away certain behaviours that people who have been kidnapped and have been sort of held hostage tend to exhibit. Like, even if it's a case of they're doing it just to sort of make life easier for themselves with their captors, it kind of gets boiled under that umbrella term, even though there's no reasonable way for it. Did the Swedes lie to us about their capital? I mean, you're best off asking an actual Swedish person about that. But yeah, Stockholm Syndrome, like a lot of things in psychology, is very spurious at best. If you could refund that, I just did it for the lulz. Oh, the poll, right. I'll try. Give me a sec. Oh god, I've got like all of these requests I just need to fulfill. There we are. Let's fulfill that. And let's reject that. There we go. I really need to rework my channel point redemptions at some point. There we go. You're welcome. So what I'm also going to do, I'm also going to redo the flames on the Iron Halo here, because I'm not super happy with those either. I think we can do a much better job with that. If you're wondering where his base has gone as well, unfortunately he fell off the base, like literally just before we went live. Which is actually fine, because I need to paint that separately anyway. And I can just super glue him back onto it at the end, but yeah. Tiny tad unfortunate. Just one of those things. Give Stream Elements the permission for links back. I wasn't aware the permission had been revoked, to be honest with you. That's news to me. As far as I'm aware, we're still a pretty link-friendly chat, so you can by all means post whatever links you want. Links from it are deleted. Which links? I'm not entirely certain what you're talking about. Yeah, mouthful of paint water there. Right, okay, that seems like a pretty solid foundation to be working with. So we'll move on to some much brighter red. We'll go with some bloody red. It's quite okay if this is a little on the transparent side. So I'd rather do a couple of thin coats of it rather than obscuring all the detail. I say all the details, not that much detail really to worry about. Just the nodes on the blade there. Post big hobby advice on Discord. Okay. Let's have a look, see. Yeah, give me a moment or two. Oh, that's really weird. That is really weird. Is that just from... I look to think it's just the merch store link. What the... Okay, I'll have to have a look into that. The merch store's still up and running, so it's not that. How odd. Oh no, thank you for mentioning that. That's really weird. Unless it's only on mobile. Ah, there we are. So Ember does a thing who's watching on PC sees the links. You aren't, and by the looks of that screenshot, you're watching it on mobile arm, and I wonder if that's got anything to do with it? Yeah, okay. That's weird. That's really weird. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that, because that does seem more like a platform issue, but at the same time, like, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can really do about that, which is unfortunate, but oh well. I'll see if there's a way I can report it, but... if there isn't, then there's really not an awful lot I can do about it. Like, I suppose that's really up to Stream Elements to sort of figure that one out. No, again, thank you for bringing it up and bringing my attention to it. It's actually a lot more helpful than you think it is. Great. Whoa. Happy Time Zone. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I can smell garlic bread. You should probably go see your doctor about that. That sounds like a problem. A delicious problem, but a problem nonetheless. Unless you actually have garlic bread in the oven, in which case then perhaps not. No, I'm doing really well, thank you. How about yourself? I do, and pizza. I mean, I had garlic bread and pizza last night. I regret every second of it because it made me horrifically ill, but you know, that's also entirely my own fault, so... There we go. What was going on with the quality of camera there? A seasoned stroke. Something like that. Oh, wow, is it just me or is that just taking forever to dry? Well, you know what, I've got another model I can work on in the meantime. So, on my quest to sort of like work through all of the through minis of all of my favourite characters, and because apparently GW really don't like it if you can customize your minis, just based off of how they've handled the Captain and Terminator armor. Instead of my idea of kit bashing Tyberos the Redwake, I just found a 3D print file for him, and to be honest with you, I'm happy with it because it looks bloody awesome. So I'm just going to work on this some more whilst I'm waiting for all that paint to dry. Yeah, so glad I'm not going to have to deal with your garlic after effects. Wow! Wow! Oh, that goes to show how long it's been since I've actually last streamed. Remind me, Ember, are we still offering that deal on the 3D print store? Because I'm not super sure we are, you know. Ah, dear. I think so. Oh, that's okay then. That's good at least. Be a bit awkward if not otherwise. Quick before they deactivate the code, buy all the things. Yes. You know, use the age-old trick of scarcity and all that. Just checked and still active. Okay, that's good. So yeah, for those who might be interested, we do offer some pretty nice discounts on our 3D print store on Etsy, including 25% off all orders, £15 or above if you use the code 25 off at checkout. No problem, Marmon. Do you enjoy your food? But yes, even though pre-Codex update, they had lightning claws and chain fists, etc. As weapon options for the Captain and Terminator armor. That's now no longer a thing in the new Codex update. You're kind of limited with Captains and Terminator armor to Stormbolter or Combi Weapon. In fact, I think it might even just be Stormbolter plus a melee weapon, and that's it. That's your lot. There's no customization beyond that, which is a little upsetting. Plus, as cool as the models look, it doesn't really do a massive amount of justice to just how big Tyberos actually is. He's a big boy. He's a big chungus. And the Terminator Captain does look a little weedy in comparison next to him. Don't get me wrong, I do still plan on maybe trying to field him in a 1,000-point First Company army. But let's just say I'm a little less enthused at the prospect because it involves having to do a lot of either operating with a lot of creative license and it just not being as good, or trying to think about it in a different way. Like, the closest you could get to is... Oh, thank you, Ember. That's greatly appreciated. The other sort of closest unit in terms of like loadout is an ancient in Terminator armor, which just isn't the same, and looks, and I'm pretty sure you probably wouldn't, well, I'd have to double check, but I'm not entirely certain you'd be able to field one without the big banner. And let's face it, there's no banner on him. I suppose you could argue he is the company banner, but that also feels a little cheesy. But yeah, I figured will this be my first stream back for a while. I'd kind of hedge my bets with what I'm doing and just have a bit of fun. What time does the charity thing start again? 12 PM GMT. That's next Saturday, Saturday the 28th. Off downstairs, so printer isn't too loud for you. Oh no, not at all. Thankfully, this microphone's not really that sensitive, which is good. Here's a chance to stop by Cosmic before then. Not likely. Not likely, because I'm going to still need some time to set up, plus there's the actually getting to their shop, considering it's a whole of the town away. Like, I'll have a chat with Ember about it, but it's not entirely likely. And to be honest with you, also, it sounds awful, but it's not really going to be the end of the world if I can't. Heck, what I might do instead is I might chuck some money your way and just say, get us a bunch of stuff and ask you to buy it. Because I'm kind of hoping to, I am hoping to maybe meet up with you at some point in the next week or two. Yeah, it is unfortunate. Sorry. Yeah, that's weird hearing someone else be called that. That's, yeah, wow, okay. Did not expect myself to have that kind of reaction. Anyway, moving on. Like, don't get me wrong, I've well and truly moved on, but at the same time, you know, being called that by someone for upwards of like 7 years, and then all of a sudden hearing someone else get called it, that's certainly an experience. But you know, I'm happy for you. Definitely very happy for you. Oh, I am going to have to do a lot of tidying up on this model. Just by sheer virtue of all this gold. Oof. I know how the field's okay. Yeah, I can totally understand that. Not something I'm gonna get into right now, but yeah. Still need to decide what to do with the cloth here. I'm thinking of doing it in like a sort of like whitish grey. Or greyish white. Either way. I suppose I could do red, but I think it'd probably stand out a bit too much. I'm glad we're friends too. Also not super sure about the feet down there. I think I'm going to redo those in grey. I just hope I haven't screwed myself over with all that gold, because that could be a bit of a pain to repaint over. But yeah, definitely thinking doing a first company detachment of Carcharodons. So loading it full of Terminators for the most part. It's like 3 units worth of Terminators. And I've got pretty much everything I would need for it as well. I just need some more assault intercessors. Kind of the main thing I'm missing. And they're not even a big part of it, they're mostly there just to make up points. But also, quite fitting. I was thinking of repainting my Flesh Tearers, but because I'd already used the pre-molded shoulder pads on both units of Assault Intercessors, that makes it significantly harder to do that. Plus, I'd rather keep them on hand just in case. Just in case something manages to reinvigorate my love for Flesh Tearers. Yes, Starbomb indeed. I'm gonna get some gunmetal so we can finish off those blades on the chain fists. I think we're about ready. Oh, okay, yeah. So that blade is very dry. It's just very glossy. Not sure how I feel about that. I might have to knock that back with some matte varnish in a bit, potentially. Yeah, we are just very carefully trying to avoid the outer casing of the chain fists there. Just mostly trying to keep clean up to a minimum. I'm also going to try and do that little connecting pin on the side of each chain fist there in the gunmetal. Which again, it's going to be a little bit tricky because I've already painted over that with gold, so for whatever reason gold is just one of those paints it's really hard to paint over the top of. Like, it's not impossible, it's just needlessly difficult. I also do these little tusks on his mask. I will also do these pipes running into the power fists. So yeah, from what I can see with the loadout with a Captain and Terminator armor, the closest you could get to Tiberos's loadout is a Storm Bolter, which he doesn't have, and a Relic Fist, and that's it. Which is a tiny tad disappointing. If you went for a Ancient and Terminator armor instead, then you could equip them with Twin Lightning Claws, and that's pretty close. It's not as good. But it's close enough, if that makes sense. I'll also do the blades here on his left-hand lightning claws because they're retracted. So that sort of suggests that they're not being powered at the moment. Whereas what I'm going to do with the ones on this side here is I'm tempted to do a sort of lightning effect across the blades. Jamal's painting them ever so slightly differently. And yes, I did break off by accident the tip of that blade there. Hi, Thin Red Line. It's just one of those things. He's just kind of had to deal with it for the most part. Right, so working back on with Vulkan, and as I say, because that paint's dried really glossy, which I'm not best pleased about, I'm just going to get a little bit of matte varnish. Carcharodons, yes, but also salamanders. As the title said, other Space Marines. Because as much as people say the first company detachment from Codex Space Marines sucks, which in comparison to the others, yeah, it's not great. I do still kind of want to do a 1,000-point army in that detachment of Carcharodons. Mostly just so I can field as many Terminators as I can get my hands on. The only reason for it. Right, hopefully, fingers crossed, this should take a lot of that sheen away from that blade, because it's just going to look bizarre otherwise. And it's really kind of going to screw around with the effect that I'm hoping for. So I'm mostly just going to have to let that dry for now. Although I feel like I'm going to need to do it again in a minute when I start using some of this red here on the flames on the Iron Halo. Because, again, for whatever reason, this paint dried incredibly glossy. I'm not super sure why. Like, I've used this particular type of paint, Vallejo's Bloody Red, a few times, and it's never been, like, it's never dried with that effect before, so I don't quite understand why that is. Tinkered with a couple of Carcarons the other day, tried my hand at freehanding tribal markings on the armour. Ooh, I love that. See, that's something I want to do, definitely. That's the thing, you see, I'm kind of really digging the Space Marine chapters that have that sort of tribal feel about them. It's like, yeah, everyone kind of knows Ultramarines are Space Romans. That's a thing, yes, definitely. Doesn't make them particularly interesting, unless you're really into that sort of thing. But then you get the likes of Salamanders, which are this sort of... have this sort of weird, almost Greco-style cult about them. And then Carcharodons, which are basically Pacific Islanders in space. But I absolutely adore that. The only difference with Carcharodons is if I were to do that, I'd have to do a significant amount of research into what kind of markings would be appropriate, because I would want to do justice to the cultures that that are sort of represented by it. Okay. That matte varnish actually dried really nicely. That's great. Cool. Yeah, well, we'll actually do a full roundup of the Discord in a minute or two, because we've not had the chance to do that in a while. And if I am going to be axing my Wednesday streams, then, you know, Whip Wednesdays isn't going to be a thing anymore, so it's kind of just going to be a case of just hopping into the Discord as and when people want to post stuff. Right, we'll go into some hot orange. And I'm just going to thin that down into like a glaze consistency. I want it very translucent, and we're just going to work this up in very thin layers. Starting from the top and working our way down. So that way when our brush leaves, it deposits most of the colour towards the bottom there. Because we want the colour to be most concentrated around where those two nodes are at the bottom. I'll just really build that colour up. With each layer going closer towards the bottom. Rightio, I'll take a look in a moment or two. Give some of these layers a quick moment or two to dry anywhere. Already starting to look a bit closer to how I wanted it to. Ooh, okay, we've had quite a lot added recently. Ah, I'm guessing it's in the works in progress. Ooh. Oh, those look seriously cool. Oh, love the lava base as well. That's fantastic. That's really cool. I'd love to know where did you get your inspiration for the tribal designs from, actually? Because, as I say, if I were to do this myself, which I strongly feel like I probably would, at least maybe for some of the models, I feel like I would need to do it justice, like, really do it justice. Bob Items is the firstborn veteran who crossed the Rubicon. Nice. Oh no, these look excellent. Well done. You've really captured the sort of the creepy, washed out look on their faces as well. That's brilliant. I love it. Googled Samoan tribal art and went where the dopamine took me. Nice, nice. I definitely feel like I'll probably have to do something similar. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, actually, I love the blends on this bunker. Your little surf and gonk that you've been doing. I'm guessing that's done with an airbrush, because, oh my god, those look so smooth. Also this, I mean, ignore these bits because that's clearly not safe for Twitch, but damn, that's a really cool bust. That's fantastic. That'd be brilliant to see once it's actually painted. Yes! Love it! Love the little strands of Yoo-hoo saliva on that squig. That's brilliant. And Khan the Betrayer needs more grime. That's definitely my only real note on that. But it is in the work in progress channel, so who knows? He might have done something with that.
We're here
too.
for the cult stuff.
Hey everyone.
Hi! Hi, Warlord Pete. Thank you for the resub. That's greatly appreciated. I hope you're doing well. Ooh, I love this. Especially with the details on the base there. Little bottles and jars look really good. Oh, I love the OS. I like that little hint of it just on the edge of that pseudo-dragon's wing. That is really nice. Tell you what, Nash, he's really come a long way since he first started showing off his work on my streams. A friend of mine has asked me to paint a statue of Lilith from Diablo 4. She's going to be a beast to paint. Oh, I can imagine. Definitely. Glad to hear that, Pete. Right, model showcase. There's been stuff added in here since I last checked. I'm still getting this done in spare time. Haven't start to finish a completed model in quite a few months. Ooh. That's looking great. And yeah, I love the idea of purple camo. It's like, orcs know that camo is meant to camouflage you, but they don't fully understand how it works. And of course, purple is the sneakiest color. So, purple camo, yeah. Couldn't possibly go wrong with that. Speaking of orcs, I do need to get in touch with a few people, but some of the prizes for the charity stream next week may be very orc related. That's all I'm gonna say. But nah, that looks amazing. Ooh. I love this. Just, oh, okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. You've been busy, November Rains. Ooh, I don't know what this is, but I like it. I mean, admittedly, I'm a sucker for purple and green as a color scheme, but just in general, whatever the heck this thing is, looks fantastic. Ooh. Nice and creepy. And then... giant enemy crab, of course. Oh, these are... the highlight on that, though. That is amazing. It's so crisp. God damn, his stuff's so good. Have a link of the statue in here. Yeah, absolutely. Ooh. Stormcast chariot thing. I actually have plans to paint up some Stormcast pretty soon, because I've finally settled on a colour scheme that I like the idea of, and it's going to be very... it's going to be very different. It's going to be quite Dark Angels inspired, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a good quality print as well. Full figure scale, miniature scale. Oh, so which one are you doing? Are you going to be doing the full figure scale or the miniature scale for it? That does look pretty sweet. I wonder if I can find the file for that. I might be tempted to do it myself. Bought the big one, 44 centimeters tall. Oh, wow. That's not messing around. Yikes. Still awesome, though. Have fun painting that. I know I would. Yeah, that's brilliant. Right. Now that that's dry, you can go back in for a couple more layers. Really build up the intensity of that colour. gonna add a bit more water back to that just to rehydrate that a little. But yeah, I definitely have to get a hold of a couple of busts for Massive Mondays. I'll just go into some matte varnish for the iron halo there, because again I don't really want that to be super shiny. I'm still not 100% certain why it is, but hey ho. There we go. Yellow! Yellow indeed. I mean, I plan on painting some yellow in a minute. Hope your food was nice. Speaking of yellow, we'll go into some moon yellow. Paint I don't tend to use very often. I don't often have a need for like this kind of bright yellow. But here we are, I suppose. I'm just going to add a little bit of it to the orange glaze we've been using. Let's do a couple more layers of this. Try and really build up the intensity of that colour. Especially the closer we get to these power nodes here. Use the edge of my finger just to blend some of those colours out. And we're just going to thin down that yellow. Again, get it to a nice glaze kind of consistency. Nice and translucent. Hi Gaster, not that we're working out for a costume you're going to wear for Halloween. Oh, definitely. What's the costume you're going to be wearing? You can't bury the lead like that. You've already mentioned it. Now you have to now you have to tell us. Eric driven from the Crow, obviously. I'm not super fit, but I'm at least trying to get some muscle until the 28th, so I have about a week. Good luck with that. Being serious, actually, good luck with that. Good choice for costume as well, definitely. Definitely can't beat the classics. Well, I'm not actually going anywhere or doing anything for Halloween this year, so don't really have any plans that require a Halloween costume for once. More's the pity. Especially because mutual friends of mine and Armand's tend to throw this absolutely amazing Halloween party most years, but this year they're away for the week. Like for the leads up to Halloween, so yeah. Kind of left me with no actual plans. I got my painting class that I run a couple towns away on Tuesdays, and because Halloween falls on a Tuesday this year, that's probably going to be the main thing I'm going to be doing. I haven't decided of doing anything Halloween themed for it though. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to be binging a load of horror films. Okay, it's already starting to look a lot better. Just going to pull some of that yellow up into it just to help really settle those blends. Again, give it that kind of molten, like when you see a blacksmith sort of hammering away at a still molten piece of metal, that's kind of the effect I'm going for with this. And already I like it so much better than what I've done previously, so I'd say mission pretty much accomplished. Have I watched any fun horror things recently? Yes, just recently got done binging Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix, which is absolutely phenomenal. Highly recommend it. I would argue it's some of the best adaptations, like modern adaptations of Edgar Allan Poe's work that we've had in years. Finally, at long last, caught the Evil Dead remake, but also the sequel as well to that, Evil Dead Rises. Like, Which I actually, I'm by all means probably going to piss a lot of people off by saying this, but I actually argue is somewhat better. It's better, I wouldn't say it's better than the originals. Not by any stretch of the imagination. It's definitely, however, better than a lot of people give it credit for. Like, spoiler alert, it's kind of let down by the last 15 minutes or so. Well, not even the last 15 minutes. I'd say probably about the last 10 minutes when it sort of remembers that it has to tie back into the first 15 minutes of the film. So I argue if you cut those two bits out completely, it would have been so much better. But it's actually still pretty good. Also caught Skinamarink, because I have a subscription to Shudder, which is a sort of horror-based streaming platform, and I'd heard really, really good things about that film, so I actually decided to watch it. It's weird, to say the least. It's good? I want to say it's good. It's definitely good. It's not like anything I've ever seen before, and I'll say this much, I have a better appreciation for it having watched the film theory video about it that they did a couple of years ago, than I did actually by watching it. Like, watching it, it's good and kind of terrifying. When you realise what the film's actually trying to be and what it's actually about, it goes from being horrifying to just actually being really sad. But content-wise, it is still kind of horrifying. It's refreshing to have a horror film that actually knows how to use subtlety, which is seemingly a bit of a rare achievement these days. It's quite shaky ground. Not only that, but it also has to act as a sequel to... Well, it doesn't have to, but it chooses to act as a sequel to Stanley Kubrick's adaptation of The Shining, which, if you've watched that and read the books, you know is very different from the original book. So it somehow manages to be an adaptation of a book that's a sequel, whilst also being in and of itself a sequel to an adaptation of a book. And it manages it beautifully. I will say it sort of like wavers like towards the 2/3 mark, but it really picks back up again afterwards. Watched so much horror this month. That's awesome. Considering you're very much sort of horror averse, 9 times out of 10, that's pretty impressive. But I've also taken some time to watch a few classics as well. Like I've been watching House of a Thousand Corpses, and I do plan on sort of following that up by watching Devil's Rejects later. So yeah, I've been making the most of Spooktober, and I've been really enjoying myself doing it at the same time. Right. Yeah, I'm already so much happy with how both the flames on the Iron Halo are looking out, as well as the blade on that spear. In fact, I'm really happy with how that blade and the spear is. Watched Usher, rewatched The Menu, so good. Yes, I need to watch that myself, actually. I'm anxiously awaiting Scream 6 being on Paramount Plus UK. Watched a ton of Dead Meat on YouTube. I don't know what that is. Not something I'm familiar with. Right. Add a little bit of yellow. This white here. It was kind of nice, like lemon yellow color there. I'm going to use this specifically for the nodes here on the inside of the spear. Kind of want these to be sort of glowing white hot. I want those to be effectively the hottest part of the weapon. Excellent horror theme channel. Main series is the kill count. Go through horror media and count how many people die, how they die, gender breakdown, how long an average in kills, and coolest and worst kills. Alright, okay. That's quite awesome. I'll definitely have to check them out at some point. Right, I'm just going to go into a bit of pure white here. Just a dot. There. Those two little prongs at the center of the blade. Just like that. So I watched horror Let's Plays on YouTube, mostly Eurogamer. That's cool. Hopefully you might find it in yourself to watch some horror content here on my channel. Maybe we were watching Netflix that was interesting, I guess. Ooh, what was it? So you're the few people I watch play horror games live. That's fair. Speaking of, we'll probably be gearing up to play Mortuary Assistant soon, because I'm almost done with this. I'm just gonna do a few little sort of broken dots and highlights on the edge of that blade there. Just to sort of give it the impression of kind of like impurities in the metal. include a couple just here. The inside of the blade as well. Gives that proper molten look. And do the same on the other side. Do like little thin scratches and dots. Just like that. Called Choose or Die was kind of shite. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I watched. I watched The Circle, which actually was quite good. I'll say this much though. It should have ended about 10 minutes before it did. There's a certain point towards the end of it where you feel like it needs to end. And it doesn't, because it keeps going for a little bit, and I feel like that kind of ruins it somewhat. But otherwise, is absolutely fantastic, and I'm a bit of a sucker for human condition style psychological horror, and it's one of the better ones I've seen in a while. It manages to not make the mistake a lot of them do, which is by just putting a bunch of the worst possible people together in a room and going, hi, look how terrible these people are, therefore look how terrible humanity is. It doesn't do that, thankfully. But it does bring some very uncomfortable questions around the sort of nature of being human as it is, and sort of what it means to do the right and wrong thing. It's, yeah, kind of great, to say the least. Enjoying those slasher on Netflix. Haven't seen it. Also enjoyed its Ready or Not. Ooh, okay. What be that one? Again, not one I'm super familiar with. There we go. I'm just going to quickly go into a little bit of charred brown, just for the very tippy tips of some of these licks of flame here. Just sort of give it the impression of sort of...
Find any enabled video skills that can do that. Go to the Alexa app to manage your video skills and devices.
Okay, I have no idea what the heck that was all about. So something activated Alexa, but no, just wanna quickly hit just like the little tippy tips of some of these licks of flames, just to give sort of the impression of smoke rising off of them. And there we are. The only thing that's really missing is a bit of OSL. That's kind of what I want to do with it at some point. So I might save that for another time. It's on Disney. Stars. What's her fave? Blondie's not Margot Robbie, but kind of looks like her. Oh, I don't know. I gotta admit, it took me a solid minute or two to realise the person playing young Madeline in Fall of the House of Usher wasn't Margot Robbie, because she's got a very similar face. Sorry, I got a slight broken nail here. There we are. Let's get married to a rich family, but before she gets accepted fully, she has to play a game. Samara weaving that Susan ready or not. Right, okay. Not someone I'm familiar with. I'm going to be honest about that. Right, okay, I'm really quite happy with that. I was tempted to do the whole sort of flame effects I can kind of see up there on the edges of Vulkan's cloak, but I feel like I don't need to. I feel like it's kind of got enough embellishments as it is, and it looks pretty great. I kind of just want to keep it like this, keep it relatively simple. So what I'll do instead, very gently take them off there. So they got to buy one of the director teams behind VHS. Ah, right, okay. I'll definitely have to give it a look. Right. So just got the base to do. And just to start with, just gonna mix up a little bit of that red and orange together. We'll just paint the entirety of the flat area of the base in that. Hashtag honk for honk. Honk if you honk. Kind of folk horror is something I really want to watch. The Witch Before the Month is over. That kind of folk horror is something I really enjoy. If you really like folk horror, I highly recommend a film called The Ritual. It's very Blair Witch-esque, but 1,000 times better than the actual Blair Witch Project. I definitely recommend it. I think it's on Netflix still, so if it's not on Netflix, it's definitely on Shudder, so you should definitely get the chance to check it out if you can. It's not actually a found footage film. I'm just saying it has that same sort of vibe of a group of people getting lost in the woods in a very unfamiliar place, and then folk horror stuff happens. And I think the fact that it's not found footage definitely helps, but it's really good. It's about a group of British guys who go on a camping trip in Norway as a way of trying to commemorate their friend who died like the year before, like the year that they were planning this trip. And they end up, to say the least, getting lost and encountering stuff from sort of like Norse folklore, and it's really good. Yeah, Witch and Midsummer Before Halloween, definitely. Midsummer's great. Also, the original Wicker Man, not the one with Nicolas Cage and the bees. Let's just pretend that never existed. But OG Wicker Man from the 60s with Christopher Lee. Again, I think that's on Shudder. definitely watch it if you haven't. It is absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, I could quite happily talk horror films for hours. I had actually given some thought to like starting up a YouTube channel breaking down horror films, but it's like everything, it's just a massive amount of work when I already have like enough on my plate as it is. Who knows, it might be something I do one day, but because film has always been one of my biggest special interests, and film critique is definitely a thing I quite enjoy. And horror and sci-fi are that sort of like niche that I've kind of glommed onto over the years. But again, it's the same as anything really. It's the amount of time it would take to like film, like write script, film, edit, all that sort of stuff. Also watch, yes, American Horror Story. Yeah, you mentioned that. I do need to catch up on American Horror Story, especially with the new season that's out. Definitely something I need to do. There we go. Most of that I'm just going to have to wait for that to dry, I think. Murder House the second time, made it all the way through Asylum by myself because it's my favourite of what I've seen. Props for making it through Asylum all by yourself. Like, I know that's how difficult that is for you, considering, like, you're really, really not a fan of anything to do with mental asylums. Which is a bit of a shame, really, because there's some fantastic, like, games and films and stuff like that that use that as a backdrop. So, well done. I'm being serious here, like, genuinely well done with that. And I know back when we were watching it, it was one that we were trying to watch together at one point, so... But we never really made it all the way through. So, like, even more well done for that. Right. It's gonna dot a little bit of this yellow into the base, just in a few places, just whilst it's still wet. Mostly gonna have to wait for that to dry. So I'm going to have to leave that to one side. What I'll do is I'll probably go on a bit of a break for about 5 minutes or so whilst I set up for the horror part of the stream. Tried focusing on the bits I enjoyed. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. I know I have a particularly soft spot for, I can't remember the guy's name now. Plays Zephram Cochrane in Star Trek First Contact, but he's Dr. Arden in American Horror Story Asylum. I have a particular soft spot for him. Like, He's a fantastic actor, and he's incredible in that. Yeah. Right. As I say, I'm going to go on a quick little break, just whilst I do a quick little change around. But I shall be back.
From my heart and from my hand, why don't people understand my intention? Weird science, elastic tubes and pots and pans, bits and pieces and magic from the hand of making weird science. Things I've never seen before. Behind doors, an imagination. Weird science. Not what teachers said to do. Making dreams come true. Living tissue, warm flesh. Weird science. Plastic tubes and pots and pans, bits and pieces, bits and pieces. My creation, is it real? It's my creation. Oh, my creation. It's my creation. Weird science. Weird science. Oh, magic and technology. Voodoo dolls and chants. Electricity will make it. Weird science. Fantasy and microchips. Shooting from the hip. Something different will make it. Weird science. Oh, pictures from a magazine. Diagrams and charts. Mending broken hearts and make it. Weird science. Something like a recipe. Bits and pieces. Bits and pieces. My creation. Is it real? It's my creation. I do not know. Hesitation. The heart of gold. It's flesh and blood. I do not know. I do not know. From my heart and from my hand, why don't people understand my intentions? Ooh, weird science. Magic and technology. Weird science. Things I've never seen before. Behind open doors. Weird science. Not what teachers said to do. Bits and pieces. Bits and pieces. Bits of my creation. Is it real? It's my creation. I do not know. No hesitation. The heart of gold. This flesh and blood. I do not know. It's my creation. It's my creation. Oh, my creation. Ooh, my creation. It's my creation. From my heart and from my hand. Why don't people understand my intentions? Ooh, weird. science.
And we're back. Just get everything set up there, ready to go. Spoops, spoops, lots of spoops. Oh, definitely. Right. Here we go. This is going to be fun. And just so people can absolutely be 100% certain, we have the haunt system aggressiveness set to its highest. So, yeah. We're in for a bit of a hairy one, I think. Who knows? Fingers crossed we might actually get the ending that I'm missing. The newest one that they included as part of one of the more recent updates. Whoa, okay. Has that mouse sensitivity always been this weak? Right, let's fix that. Oh, good grief. Yeah, let's try and get that up to a bit higher. Wait, yeah, Speedy Gonzalez. No, okay. Way too high. Right, let's pop it down to like 0.254. Let's try that. That's better. Wait. The nicest people are dead. I mean, not to speak ill of the dead or anything like that, but I'm not 100% certain I would agree. Ah, there we are. Grab these bits out just in case they become useful for anything.
Love you, Dad.
Not sure if they're actually going to be necessary for the new ending. We've already gotten the closure ending, so good God, there's just nothing not sinister and creepy about that old photo of Grandma there. Ugh, right. Of course, we've got our keys. Donut stuff coffee bag. What? Brown water that you drink. I mean, yes, I as someone who really doesn't particularly like coffee, I agree that's probably the closest you're ever going to get. Donut coffee not actually made from donuts. That's disappointing, because that could actually be quite tasty. This product creates hot water when heated and made wet. It doesn't taste very good, but it produces a helpful amount of a helpful burst of energy that becomes harder and harder to obtain the more you drink it. Chase that dragon. Oh, crikey. I can't actually see what that says at the end there, but yeah. Wow, okay, that's like the world's most honest coffee. Ah, dear, oh dear. Luna bits. Kind of tastes like leaves with sticks. Okay, anyway. I think we've had enough. I think we've had enough dicking around the apartment there. Actually nice being able to see, like, it as intended. Okay. Ready for a nice trick-or-treat shift, and also loving the jack-o'-lanterns there. Fantastic. I mean, would it not just be creepy full stop to have a mortuary's doors do that upon entry? Also feels a little tasteless, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Yay! Sinister music. Raymond, I know you said not to decorate for Halloween, but you need a little fun in your life. I did it anyway, and you're just going to have to deal with it. Zoe. Screw you, Zoe! Always causing trouble. Right, well, let's get that open for a start. It's never actually specified what the matches are even for. Mr. Delver's business cards, Riverfields Mortuary, established 1970. Deceased Care and Service Recommendation, Milford, Connecticut. Oh, right, okay, I didn't realise this place actually had a setting. Huh. I'm just going to turn that off because that's just annoying. Right. Anything of note in here? Probably not. Feels like it's been forever since we last played this, though. Oh. Fuses. I mean, that might actually be useful for something. Oh, great. We're getting started early. Fan-fucking-tastic. Tape recorder. Don't really need that. Notepad and paper. Do need that. Right. On we go. Happy Halloween. Well, credit where credit's due. It definitely brightens the place up a little bit. Right, we've got Raymond's full access pass 332658. Extra set of keys. More comments about the hatch outside, which we've already gotten that. So, hopefully, won't necessarily need to get that ending again. My full access. Ultimately, I've been tempted to actually get a haircut done like that. Oh. Don't need that. I say I don't need that, yet I've somehow ended up with it in my hands anyway. Great. Okay. Totally not what I wanted. Okay. But we've got our humectant, cavity fluids, one of the various embalming fluids there, trocars. Are those trocars or are those setting needles? No, setting needles. Okay. Yeah. Really need to get onto someone about fixing those lights. Scalpels. Nothing of use in there. Ah, there's the trocar. Eye caps. Setting needles. Nothing there, nothing there. Forceps. Methanol. PVC tubing. Thankfully I've not picked up, so that's fine. IV bag. And moisturising wipes. Okay.
At least I can keep track of things.
Good old clipboard. Can't leave home without that. I've already forgotten that code, so I'm just going to quickly go back and double check that. Wrong one. 332658. Oh, notice how it didn't make the creepy noise that time. Right. 332658. There we go. Got our night shift database. Because we are definitely, absolutely going to be needing that. For the most part, I plan on playing this as straight as I possibly can. Oh wow, actually nice being able to see all the details on the letting strips. Mark 123. Anyone who knows their biblical stuff, does that actually mean anything? So not at all. Oh, I mean totally not. Oh. Wow. Okay. Nice and early. All right. What have we here? Ah, weird vortex looking thing. So, weird vortex looking thing, which is this one. Huh. But yeah, Mark 123. What is that? I mean, I suppose I could always look it up myself. Just then a man in there, suddenly oh. No, I don't want anything to do with that. Suddenly a man with an unclean spirit cried out in the synagogue. Jesus expels an unclean spirit. Ah, interesting. Okay, I suppose it makes a weird kind of sense in that, given the context. Right. Anyway, we have a thing there. The demon's already very, very active. Did it just say that they've already died? Ah, crikey. Well, we'll come back to you, mate. Right. Let's see if we can't try and narrow this down a little bit. So, okay, so it's none of these. Nothing from House of Immolation. Invidious. Okay, so it could be one of these two, Shadat or Kovos. And Desolation. Varaketh. Oh, okay, so that's quite good. We've already managed to narrow down to one of three. That's pretty great going. But let's actually do our job. Got the other one just in case. Yeah, let's actually try and embalm some bodies and see if we can't figure it out from there. Get a body, oddy, oddy. Jeremy Lopez, Shelby Dalvia, Annie Aroke. Ah, there's our... I think. Yeah, there's our Halloween-themed one. Start as we mean to go on. Let's do this creepy-looking bastard. Count Orlok, otherwise known as Jeremy Lopez. Like, I feel like we should be cremating this body just out of principle. Like, even if this isn't the right one, we should absolutely be cremating this body just out of sheer principle. Right. Let's have a look then. No, nothing weird at all. That's apparently the most distinguishing feature, despite, you know, the pale skin, the teeth, the ears. God's a face only a mother could love. Ooh, some marks on the back there. You're not going to stop until I answer you, are you?
Hello?
Hello, Rebecca? Rebecca?
What the?
I mean, wouldn't it be ironic if it did turn out to be this guy? Also, are we just going to ignore the fact that he's wearing he's effectively wearing leather shorts? What the shit? Okay, so never mind horror film Nosferatu. This is clearly a Vampire the Masquerade Nosferatu. Fresh back from some fetish events, definitely. Like, look at those things. That is not something you want to be found wearing when you die. I don't think. It's a tiny tad embarrassing. Right. Let's get the actual record system up. Jeremy Lopez, he's 54. Yeah, reasonable. Keratolysis. We've got a rash. We've got a mole. We've got another rash. Mild abrasion on the left leg. And hemangioma on the left arm. There we go. Oh, great. Lights off already. Fantastic. Exactly what we wanted. Are one of the other corpses laughing? We haven't got to you yet. Sexy vamp underpants on an unsexy vamp body. Yeah, that's absolutely Vampire the Masquerade Nosferatu then. It's pretty standard stuff. Oh god, these freaking doors have still been left open. There we are. Drop the embalming report off whilst we're at it. So far, no more hits with the letting strip, but to be fair, it's still pretty early days. I think we got lucky to get that first one. Yeah, nothing here. Okay, let's get to work. God, it feels like it's been forever. Needle injector, eye caps, and needles. Not right now, thank you. It's bad enough that I'm already working on this creepy bastard. Don't need any more. Oh, good. I thought I'd accidentally picked up the wrong bits there.
My pockets are full.
Seriously? Okay. Tell you what, let's drop some stuff. Oh, I can't drop those bits. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to make sure I don't forget that that's there. I can. No. Who is this Rebecca? What else? Okay, yeah, let's drop that large old key as well. Again, I have to just make sure that I don't forget that stuff's there. Ugh. That is not an attractive sight. There we go. That feels like that's made almost no difference. Or is it just me? Get those eye caps on.
All right.
That looks a little better. Miss? No, thank you. Not today, please. Right. Let's go ahead and mix some embalming fluids. Start with this stuff. Humectants. I mean, what's the point of closing a door at just a knock on it? Come on, like, be reasonable. Inconsiderate. Oh, don't you lot start. I'm just gonna ignore yous. You know, if yous can't be considerate. Right, is that everything? Nah, formaldehyde. Ah, that's this stuff. Yes. Right. So, scalpel, forceps, and tubing. Scalpel, forceps, tubing. Yep, we've got everything we need. Oh, good. They've packed it in.
I'm missing something.
What am I missing? Artery forceps. There we are. Really?
Are you sure?
What the heck was that? How are we looking at the moment? Very scribbly. Okay, so far so good, despite whatever the fuck that was. Also, I'm surprised that thing still has blood in it. Like, seriously, what? Right. I'm not expecting anything at this point, but may as well do another quick sweep with the letting strips just while the embalming fluid does its stuff. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Wait. What the heck is this not doing open? Get out of it. Come on. No, thank you. Seriously. Who says it's its own blood? True. Question is, what's it doing here? Anyway. Right. Cavity bag. Oh, I forgot about these. Okay, we've got lots of honking going on. Hope you're happy there. Seriously, who keeps doing that? Ember. Hashtag happy honking. Okay, fair enough. Is it Honkmas, is it? Right, 10 of boobs, pump. 10 of boobs? What? Slight Freudian slip. I'd rather not 10 of my boobs. Got the hunks out of me. Crikey. Right. Okay. And trucker. Where are the there they are. Alright. In we go. God, that sounds racist, yeah. Slightly? Maybe slightly. Against who or... Let's say against who or what, I'm not entirely certain. I suppose... probably best not to think too much about it. Oh my god, it's amazing how playing this on a proper PC makes that one annoying job so much easier. Running like a dream is how it's running. Right. What? What? Oh.
Will you help me?
Hello. Yeah. Is there any need in that? Oh. Oh, what's this? After the year of arrival of the House of Death, the birth of its creator, the full number shall be 6. Okay then, right. Gonna say more than 12 seconds per frame.
I already have one of those.
Something like that. Right, we've got ourselves some tank cleaner.
Rebecca!
Ooh. Close by. There we go. No! No, I won't. Right, so what's that like?
Why aren't you coming?
7 or something?
Rebecca!
Ah. No thank you. Yes, that's 12
Rebecca.
seconds per frame. Well, this is running distinctly better than that.
Rebecca!
Actually, I don't know. Does the FPS counter show up on stream? No, it doesn't. That's good, actually. Right. Because I don't want to. It's really as simple as that.
Come over here.
No. I'd say make me, but I really don't want you to. Right, Invidious.
Rebecca!
Okay, so it could be Shadat. It's not Korvos.
Why aren't you coming?
Have we already managed to narrow it down already? Just off without having to do much? Because that's kind of amazing. Oh no, okay. It could be Varaketh still, so... So we've narrowed it down to 1 of 2. Okay. She's just gonna keep doing that, isn't she? Well, if you're gonna keep doing that, I'm just gonna keep doing my job.
Rebecca!
Until something stops me from doing that.
Why aren't you coming?
Do I really need to give an answer to that?
Rebecca!
This feels a little bit like polishing
Right.
a turd, I'm not gonna lie.
Rebecca!
She's very persistent.
Come over here.
No! I'm not gonna do that. And you can't make me. You're not my robot supervisor. Nor are you my mother, even though you sound like you're trying to be. I wonder if we can get it stuck literally on that same attempt at a haunt by just ignoring it. So we've already started off in this direction, so we may as well keep going. Who's this again? Shelby Davila. Is it just me, or does that look like Raymond? That can't be a coincidence, surely. Like, that legitimately looks like my boss in this game, of course. Not my actual boss. I'm my own boss, so if it looked like me, that would be significantly more fucked up. But all the more impressive. Sir? Are you comfy down there? Her boobs are kiggling. Okay. Also, it's a he, I think. I think it's a he. Right. Well, I mean, you can't assume these days, can you? Anyway. Wait, I'm picking up equipment that I don't need just yet. That's me being slightly silly. Okay. Okay, that is significantly creepier when it's done at the correct, like, frame rate. That's... Okay. So... giant scratch mark to the face. I'm gonna say that might have something to do with the cause of death, and if it doesn't, then, you know, poor unfortunate soul, I guess. What the heck happened to this guy? Scratches to the face, scratches to the back. What? Ah! Wait, what the? Come back here! I'm not done with you yet. Get back over here. What? Grr. Okay, I'm gonna rotate this arm. No obvious signs of demonic possession. Probably for the best.
What?
What?
People make up stories. Death is a scary thing to a lot of people. No one's involved.
This is new.
Bodies or whatever.
That... Okay. Right then. That's new. Not seen that one before. I mean, having said that, there are scalpels about. Are we really sure she was the right person for this job? Because I'm not super certain. Also, that's a little worrying. How many? Ah, okay. 3 more. Seriously? Ah. Will you stop fucking around with the lights? That shit's expensive. She's getting closer. Ah! Okay. I get it a moment. Yeah, okay. I feel like I've been playing this game on easy mode this entire time, just by sheer virtue of playing it on a computer that does not handle this game. Whew. I'm certainly a feeling. Do you just want to stop it, please? No. Fuck's sake. Ah. Okay. That's 2 bodies that have kind of gotten up and walked about. There. What? The heck was that? Was there any need in that? Come on. Just trying to do a job here. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm going to need one of those accident claim lawyers. Yeah, I think I'm going to need a moment or two. Right, okay. No thank you. I'd really rather like to just get on with my job, please. We've got bodies to embalm. You've been haunted by a demon and it wasn't your fault. Have you been possessed at work?
There we go.
No obvious signs that this is the one that's been possessed, even though it did get up and walk about earlier. But then again, so did the female corpse, so...
Why aren't you coming?
Not you again, go away.
Come over here.
No. Like, obvious...
Come over here.
Obvious bait is obvious. No thank you. Right. You could be repossessed if you're not careful. Oh, wow.
Rebecca.
That's actually weirdly giving me some D&D ideas.
Come over here.
Demonic repossession.
Why aren't you coming?
Maybe because you're a tall, black, shadowy figure? God,
Come
that
over
actually
here.
sounds slightly racist. Speak to a ghost lawyer today.
Why aren't you coming?
Right.
Rebecca.
Second one done.
Rebecca.
You stay over there.
Why aren't you coming?
I'm just gonna... Okay, I can't close those doors, so... You know what?
Come over here.
You just chill out over there. Right, I've got the needle injector, so I just need some needles and some eye caps.
Come over here.
I'm determined to ignore as much of this as possible.
Rebecca. Rebecca.
I feel like I should get some kind of accolades for this. This feels like sort of like working under extreme pressure.
Rebecca.
Also working under slight annoyance.
There we go. Come over here.
No. No
Right.
amount of you pestering me is going to make me do so. Right.
Rebecca.
Embalming fluids.
Rebecca.
Start with this one just because it's closer.
Rebecca.
Some humectant. Formaldehyde.
Why aren't you coming?
Methanol, not ethanol. I feel like there's a very distinct difference there.
Rebecca.
Oh, good. He's given up. That's fine. See, they're like children. If you don't give them the attention they crave, just ignore them and go about your day, they get bored and wander off. It's probably for the best. Right. Scalpel. Scalpel, forceps, and tubing. Slicey, slicey.
I'm missing something.
I always make that mistake. Right. Has Grandma been at the window yet? Thankfully, no. That freaking hell, what? Bloody shiny floors. So slippy. That's not supposed to do that. That's definitely not supposed to do that. Oh. Ah, maybe that might fix some of the issues around here. I mean, it won't, but I feel like the issues this place has are well and truly beyond fixing. So, no more hits with the letting strip, that's fine. Just need one more symbol to help narrow it down somewhat. Unless it's actually going to go as far as needing all 4 symbols. Right, what am I missing? Ah, of course. And Trocar, there we go. Right, let's get all this gumph out of you.
The door is open.
Which one? There's a lot of doors that are open. B-Mot. Okay. You alright out there? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, be a bit more specific, please. There are lots of doors open. There's probably not the ones you're really talking about. What? Wait, what? Huh? Okay. Oh, is...
If I am to disappear, know that it was not her fleet to die. I should be killed on sight. This sounds terrible to me, and the girl will be making a head. It can be marked with its name and word. This should vanish the demon. Dr. May was a minute on her
Established. 4-4. This is all leading to that.
What are you doing here?
That. Yeah, this is all leading to that. Vanessa? Is it Vanessa? Her name is. The ending with her locked down in the basement.
It's your grandma.
No, it's not. Stop lying.
You let me in, sweetie.
No, you don't. You're fine out there. What? Ah.
To visit you.
What the heck?
Don't you miss me?
Who let you in? Get out!
I brought you something.
Ooh, a knife. Just what I needed.
Slit your wrist for me.
Eesh, no.
Just a little cut.
No.
What's wrong, Rebecca?
And this is why I don't respect the elderly.
Don't be afraid of your grandma.
So that's definitely new. Bitch, I was scared of you before you went psycho and tried to kill me. Jesus. That's not good. We're gonna get possessed, aren't we? Oh. Although, having said that, really? Thank you. Right. L. Nice and easy. This is fine. Everything's burning and on flames, but this is fine. Right. Okay, so it could be Shadat. In fact, it's pretty likely to be. Sir? Okay then. Baraketh. Oh god, it's gonna come down to the last one, isn't it? I was hoping we might get an easy win here. No. Okay. That's not good. That's really not good. Ah. Pretty sure it's not safe for you to be up there, mate. Right, can I get back on with what I was doing? At least this bit's nice and quick.
There we go.
Right, what was I doing? Cleaners. Okay. Right. I just need to moisturize the face. It was 1944. Something 44. I reckon it'll have something to do with that. Don't know the rest of the code, and I'm not entirely certain if that's the ending I really want to get, so I suppose we'll just have to see how things go. Right, let's be having you. I mean, if that isn't a sure sign, I don't know what is, but also at the same time, we've got one more body to go, and it is a body that we did see wandering around and also laughing earlier, so I feel like we might have a contender for the corpse that the demon's trying to possess with this lady here, but guess we'll find out. Annie, are you okay? That took me way longer than it should have to realise that. Oh, crikey. I wonder if that's been included as part of the Halloween update. Ah, right. Was she hit by a smooth criminal? I somehow don't think so. Okay, so far no obvious signs.
There we go.
I mean, having said that, we've got a thing there that doesn't get counted as part of the embalming report. And though they do more often commonly appear as, like, actual sigils, sometimes it is just weird, like, slash marks and such, so, yeah, I feel like we've got our body here. I mean, I still think we should really be cremating Jeremy Lopez just out of principle, but at the same time... Oh, record system, there we go. Right shoulder, right arm. So Annie's not okay. No, she's not. It definitely was her doom, though. No idea if she was struck down in the bedroom. I can only assume so, maybe, but... at the same time... who knows? You stay there, dear. You already gotten up and wandered about once already. Don't need to keep doing it. That's just overachieving at this point. Right. Okie dokie. Eye caps and... oh. Oh, okay. For some reason I thought that was our last box of needles there. Good old Zoe, keeping us well stocked. What? That's not as helpful as you think it is. Like, seriously.
Comfort you.
Not when they do that, they don't. Guess what, baby? You're getting burned.
In here, Rebecca.
No. No, thank you.
In here, Rebecca.
No. Really don't want to.
Rebecca, come down here.
No. Why would I go down the weird
Rebecca, come down
cellar door that's just appeared out of nowhere? Like, seriously. I tell you what, these demons, they just don't put the effort in anymore.
In here, Rebecca.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
In here, Rebecca. Rebecca.
Can't even close the doors on him. Alright, fair enough.
Rebecca.
It's just gonna keep doing that until I go through those doors, isn't it?
Rebecca.
I'm gonna go take a moment. Get some fresh air.
In here, Rebecca.
Oh no. Surprise, surprise, I can't actually leave.
Rebecca, come down here. In here, Rebecca.
Okay. It's not gonna stop until I do it, is it?
Rebecca, come down here.
I mean, to be fair, hopefully it might give us the fourth sigil that we need.
So, little Raymond thinks he found a replacement. Another sacrifice to save his fucking skin.
Oh god, it's these ones. Oh, 7. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 7. 6-digit code, third one 7. Okay. Yeah, this will be for the basement, won't it? 1, 2, 3. So 7, 0. I'll take that, thank you. Something 970. That 1970 or 1 something 970? And we know the last two are 4-4. Yeah, that much we know. Ah! So, hang on a second. Is it 197044? 1974-4. Of course. Of course it makes a weird kind of sense, doesn't it? 197044. Okay. Right, we've got what we need. Let's get on out of here. Is it just gonna keep following me around, eh? Yeah, guess so. Also, you big.
Sorry.
No, you're not. Don't lie to me. Okie dokie, right. Excuse me while I make my way back inside. Thank you. Right, I'm just going to take this. One 197044. Grab that basement key. Okay. They did say curiosity killed the cat, but, you know, at this point, I think we've earned it as a little treat. Channel 3, my favourite channel.
I can't use that here. That's not it.
Never noticed that before. I wonder if there's a... I wonder if we're ever going to find a key for that.
I'm missing something. I'm missing something.
This is Raymond Delver. I know this will sound crazy, but I believe I am being possessed. If I am to disappear, know that it was not of my own free will, that I am a danger to anyone I may encounter. I should be killed on sight. This sounds terrible, but the woman locked in the basement must also be killed. For anyone that may encounter this, if you are experiencing possession, the blood of the possessed will react to the name of the demon present. Injecting the blood of the possessed into a deceased body with demonic tendency will act as a reagent, revealing possession, and form the foundation for binding the demon to the body.
Are you out there?
That it can be marked with its name.
Hello?
Valerie, that's her name.
Banish the demon.
I'm alone and scared.
What I've had to do. Know that it was only ever done to stop it all.
I'm fucking scared. Don't you hear me?
Look at this. Who are you now?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you.
Is Raymond here? Do you see what he's doing? Who could do this to someone? I think you should let me out.
I mean, that's definitely one more reason to not do that.
I'm going to cut you open.
And stop the burning embers of this fucking building and you enjoy the bed for death.
You'll be here soon. Wait! I'm here. Oh God, please. Please don't leave me. I can't do this anymore. We have to get out or
Next,
he just wants to save
his own fucking skin.
Please. There's still time for both of us, Rebecca. Find a way to let me out.
I mean, you're giving me no incentive to do that. Literally none.
Raymond keeps the key with him. You need something to cut it off.
I wonder if that means we'll also find the key to this, then. Ooh, I wonder if this is... Because there's a whole bunch of stuff down there, like that door, for instance, that never used to be there as part of that ending. And same with the ability to interact with the lock that keeps Valerie in. That never used to be there either. I wonder if this is the new ending. So we've got you. Ah. Oh god. Okay. I think we're running out of time. It sounds to me like we're running out of time. It's Varaketh. Okay, so L, weird T thing, squiggly 7. Let me just double check, make sure I've got that right, because I'm not 100% convinced. T squiggly 7. T squiggly 7. Let's take that. We haven't even finished with this body. Jesus.
There we go.
Right, okay, oh, F. No, we need the eye caps, don't we?
I already have one of those.
Yeah, the music's all music-y, and I know from experience that means I'm probably going to lose very soon. So I'm just kind of trying to speed run this bit. Actually, I wonder, we've got Raymond's spare keys. Ah, no, they're the ones to the mortuary. He apparently keeps the keys on him, on his person. So... Humectants and formaldehyde. And finally, humectants. I feel like we're racing against the clock here. And there's every possibility we might end up losing. Oh crap. No, no. Okay. We lost. Damn. Damn, that's a shame. I feel like we had all the right pieces in the right place there as well. This hits differently when you can't hear it over the sound of the buzzing of the embalming machine. Grr. Kinda loses its effect somehow. No, it's gonna keep going. There we go. Right. Well. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, I wonder. I think it's probably a bit late to do another run. So, yeah, we'll leave it there for now, I think. Bed pizza? That sounds like a great idea. Well done for getting yourself worse than that. Well, you know, it's an achievement. But that was still good fun. Big thank you to everyone who came along and joined me. I will be back again on Monday. I'm thinking possibly on the afternoon, but we'll see. Just keep an eye on my socials, and you'll find out the when, where, and who's it, and all that of when I'll next be live. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays going forward. Next week, of course, we do have the charity stream on the Saturday. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. Otherwise, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your night. I'm going to see who's around that we can raid here on Twitch. If you're tuning in on YouTube, big thank you to that.